Boys and girls, welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. In the last episode, I was gonna explore the wasteland, but it actually turns out that I have not completed the quest Hard Luck Blues, or at some point I completed it, and then whenever I went to the terminal at the East Pump Station last episode, it reactivated the quest from the dead. So either way, we did it again last episode. But during last episode also, I realized that I had not been to Camp Guardian. So that is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna start up here at Field Shack and work our way down to Camp Guardian, or I guess technically up to Camp Guardian because it is on a hill, to try to knock out two birds with one stone. We're going to discover more locations on our quest to discover every location in the wasteland, and then we'll do the unmarked quest, or potentially the marked quest, can't remember, at Camp Guardian. So I guess the closest place to Field Shack is going to be the Mole Rat Ranch. That Brahmin wants to hurt me. We're not going to let it. So we have to go here. And then once we get here, we're going to turn around and work our way that way. And I also have to talk to Fields, because I don't know if I made the bet with him. Hello, Mines. Hello, Tripwire. Hello, Hard Locked Door. Any traps? Does not look like it. True Police Stories, Patriot Cookbook, Radaway, Purified Water, Doctor's Bag, another's Doctor's Bag, Rad-X, and a Stim Pack. And then 308 ammo and then a sniper rifle. Do I need that? Nope. Will I take it? Sure. Anything else in this building? There's an upstairs. There's a 9-iron. Irradiated beer. Make sure there are no more traps. There's a bed, and then it's looking across at that. Or is it looking out the back door at that? Now I'm curious. Let's go across the street and go into that building. Is there a story being told here that I'm just not seeing? Nope, there's actually nothing in this building. Maybe it's the other way. Maybe it's that building over there. Maybe it's nothing. I'm wasting time, as I do. If you guys have watched my channel long enough, you know that I can go down rabbit holes and nothing will get accomplished for long periods of time. But it's the point of the game, isn't it? Alright, these Brahmin want to know about it. Is there a reason you guys were mad at me? Are Brahmin hostile by default and I just never realized? I know they aren't, but that was odd. Alright, nothing in here. That shack is boarded up. Yeah, I guess that dude that was in that building it was a hideout or something. Because there's nothing else going on. Door to Mojave home locked average. A lot of locked doors in buildings in this part of the world. Oh. We found the corn house. Yeah, it's just a house that is growing corn. There's a safe in here. It's not locked. The house itself was locked, but not the safe. Why is there corn here? Oh, it's a moonshine. I understand now. It's the moonshine house. As much sense as that makes. The other door is also locked. I'll take all your corn, and I'll take all your moonshine, I guess. What a nifty little Easter egg that I have never found before. Alright, let's unlock the back door just to get the experience, and then we'll dip. Or I guess this is the front door. Is it the front door? I'm not sure. A lot of alcohol at this house if your character needs it for whatever reason. I'm going the wrong way. I promise once I take a look at this little house, we'll go back and go to Field Shack. Nope. Houses. The ambient music here sounds different, unless I've just never paid attention. Whatever. Go to Field Shack. I've wasted enough time. I found the Moonshine Distillery house. Maybe that's what that is over there. It's like a guard post for the Moonshine Distillery. Either way, stole everything from that building, stole everything from that building, except the alcohol. Y'all can keep it. Alright, let's go see what the homie Fields has been up to since I talked to him. Probably well over a year ago. The beauty of being an NPC in a video game, you have no concept of time, so Fields has no idea how long I've been gone. Alright, we discovered Field Shack, head inside, what's the boy got in here? 4 missiles. BBs, lots of different ammo types, and a BB gun. I don't know how rare of an item the BB gun is in this game, and a star bottle cap if you want it, but we found it. Alright. Let's go talk to Fields, because I actually don't know if I've came back to him. Or if I talk to him to begin with.
Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick. You're the first one to make it through alive, let alone manage a return trip.
I believe you said you would double my money.
Yep. Here are your caps.
Speech 60, make it 700 caps or I tell the boomers to adjust their trajectory. Nah, I don't need the extra 100 caps, thanks though, brother.
Sorry about that. Poor memory. Here you go.
It's not your poor memory, I just never came back. Alright, so we came to Field Shack, let's remove that marker. Next up is Raoul's Shack over here. And then I guess while we're over here at Raoul's Shack, we'll just get Raoul. Because we do have to complete his quest at some point. Who are you guys?
You hear there was some Prim wimped out and accepted NCR rule. Some people will do anything to feel safe.
Okay, whatever, sure. You guys are out here in the middle of nowhere and your name is Chem Addict. I don't really value your opinion that much if I'm being completely honest. A lot of these locations over here probably won't have anything. So we're just gonna breeze by them and breeze through them, if at all possible. Raoul's Shack is up here on a little plateau. He has a malnourished Brahmin calf. Can I do anything about that? Guns and bullets? Sure. Oh, I'm over encumbered. Oh, that would do it. I still have a fat man in my inventory. From, Lonesome Road. That would definitely do it. It also occurs to me as I'm in his house and he isn't here that I probably told Raoul to go back to the Lucky 38. So we'll go back and get him next episode. And this calf, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know how to help you. So next up would be the Brotherhood of Steel safe house. Alright, that's a Deathclaw. Am I in Deathclaw territory? I mean, like, duh, I guess I am, but I did not think that. Anyway, anti-material rifle, because I don't remember what hotkey it's on. And then sneak attack. Oh, there's multiple ones right here. Dude, can this Deathclaw go away? Dude, is the hip fire with the anti-material rifle that bad? Like, I guess it's a dumb question. We have to be in Deathclaw territory. Otherwise, there, you know, wouldn't be Deathclaw here. I just didn't think we would be. Whatever. This isn't the location, but there is a tunnel here. Can I go into it? I guess so. It's very hard locked and it was straight up. Alright, cool. What do we got going on? Oh. Just get any gun. Very Fallout 3-like in here. Okay. That guy had some stuff in his body. And I keep walking into landmines. And so do they. I can't remember ever coming into this tunnel, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, those ghouls keep walking into mines. Construction hat? A bunch of supplies. Empty metal boxes. What is the point of this tunnel? Do we end up in the Capital Wasteland? Dude, there are so many traps in here. Another hard locked door, sure. There we go. Oh, is that what that tunnel is? This just brings us to the backside of Nellis. I've never done that before. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, okay, back in we go. To be honest, I was thinking that in the back of my head, but like, where that tunnel was at, it never occurred to me that it would loop around to the backside. We did it, we found out. Let's head back out the other door and continue our journey. It's like, I knew there were Cazadors in this part of the world, I just didn't think there would be Deathclaw, but I guess there are, there have to be. And then there's... quite a few, actually. Odd. I mean, it's just, at the end of the day, it's just a building, or it's a place I've never really explored. This is the Gypsum Quarry office. Another star bottle cap if you're in the need for one. I am not. And then just some ants. Alright. And then a single Night Stalker that may or may not have been chasing me. Yeah, like, I'm sure there's a New Vegas aficionado that's gonna, like, comment on this at some point and call me, like, a moron for not knowing there were Deathclaw here. But, like, realistically, this is a part of the map you have no reason to ever come to. And I might have come here, like, one other time back when I played on the 360 years ago. I just don't remember. But anywho, up the side of the cliff, let's head to the Brotherhood safe house, because that was, like, the reason I came over here. And then I got distracted by the Deathclaw. And hopefully this safe house doesn't take me to a casino that's infected by a red cloud. There's a bunch of good stuff in here, damn. Yeah, if you need a safe house, definitely come over here and take this stuff. I might be back for you at a later date. But for right now, I have no reason to take this, nor do I want it. Because if you look at the values of the items, they are probably damn near broken. So let's head back outside. And then hopefully we locked the door behind us so nobody walks in behind us and takes all that good loot. So next up is going to be the Cap Counterfeiting Shack, and then we're going to make a trail over to Guardian. And then we will come back and get the other locations at a later date. Because I actually do want to get Camp Guardian pounded out in this episode. And I also think if I get close to the coastline, or the beaches over there, that's where the Deathclaw live. Not Deathclaw, the Cazadors live. Yep, there they are right there. We will deal with the Cazadors later, unless I have to go over there. Never mind, I might have to go over there. Good shot. Yeah, there is a Cazador nest right above the door to this place. No, I didn't. I was gonna say, I think I splash damaged the little guy, but no, I didn't. And the young Cazadors will die to a shot to the wing, as they should. Alright, Counterfeiting Shack. I don't know if this is the one that Alice McLafferty sends you to. Could it be? More than likely. I just don't know, if I'm being honest. Take all the free ammunition. Star bottle cap. Bottle cap. And these are counterfeit caps that have no value. But we take them anyway. And they are different because the actual bottle caps do have a displayed value of 1. Head back out, run away from that Cazador. I don't want to fight it. But it wants to fight me. And immediately take some anti-venom. Because damage over time is potentially one of the most annoying things ever. Alright, make sure my surroundings are safe, and then come to Ranger Station Bravo real quick, because I would like to trade if there's a trader here. Is it you?
What's up?
Maybe there is no trader.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
What brings you to Ranger?
Okay, they talk about surplus ammo. I don't need the surplus ammo.
I'd gladly fight at your side.
Thanks, man. Nope, there's nobody to trade with here. Alright, whatever. At the very least, it's an easier trip to Camp Guardian, which is over there somewhere. So we'll walk in this direction for a bit. There's a ghoul up there. Just a single ghoul. And a floating tree that's probably part of the mod pack I have installed. Oh, you wanted to know about it. Hope it was worth it. We have to find the way up to Camp Guardian, which I'm not sure where it begins. I'm not sure where the trail starts. Take care of those guys, and then we found the radio signal for Camp Guardian. And then we have to pick up the Guardian logs along the way. The radio signal isn't playing an actual audio message, but the top left corner is saying what the radio message is saying. Private Halford is requesting backup. Guardian is down. Okay. So, Guardian page log. Page 7. Page 3. Did I miss one? Camp Guardian, really high, population 12-ish. Understood. Alright, so keep... Alright, if that's just gonna keep playing like that, I gotta turn that off, because that's gonna get annoying looking in the top left. We found page 7, we found page 3. Page 18, that's a big jump, but I ate. Overkill. Page 12. Page 20. That scorpion is going that way. Outhouse, nothing over here I need. A lot of rad scorpions up here. How long has Camp Guardian, like, not been populated? Because, damn. Alright, there's the cave. I feel like we might have to come back to that. Okay, we came across that bridge, which means we have to go this way. There's the NCR flag. Alright, keep working our way up. I haven't seen any pages in a minute. Maybe I'm walking by them. Maybe they don't exist. There's one. Page 13. Page 5. I don't know if all the pages exist. I also stopped keeping track of which ones I have found, so we will check at the end. Little ass scorpions, dude. Just leave me alone. Okie dokie, another page. Page 8. We discovered Camp Guardian. Star bottle cap. There's another cave. Are there multiple entrances to the caves? That another paper? That is. What one are you? 15. Got it. Guys have power fists. Power fist. Power fist. Alright, there's nothing in the tent. Alright, we can keep going up. Let's check up at the very top before we go into the cave. Log 19. Turn off the radio. Presumably that turns off the broadcast. Guardian log 14. Free ammo. Yep, Camp Guardian overlooking the fort and overlooking the Colorado. Waited until daytime. Get a daytime screenshot. Not that it makes much of a difference because the daytime is red and gloomy, but that is what it is. One more look around everything. Make sure I'm not missing anything before I head inside. Actually, let's take a look at the notes. Let's try to go in order. I may have missed some, but let's go in order of the ones I do have. So starting with 3. Place is a mess. Most of the old hiking trails are buried on the land sides, and the rest is also dusted. You can't tell which direction you're supposed to go. I don't know what the hell the survey team was thinking when they said this was a strategically sound location. At least we were issued plenty of rations, and the river has plenty of fresh water we could eat for months. Let's hope tomorrow brings some headway cleaning this place up. We've managed to shovel most of the debris up to the first bridge. The thing is, it looks like a wreck. Thankfully, there were a few wooden shacks around we can dismantle for scrap and rebuild. I just hope we don't run out of scrap before we finish the trail. Jackson says he heard some kind of howling the other night. It sounded like the wind to me. We're finally making good headway cleaning up the paths with only the 12 of us. I'm amazed we moved this much rock in such a short time. Kale and I made it up to the top yesterday and the survey team was right. Guardian Peak was one hell of a view, but we still have a lot of work ahead of us. I sent our runner to Bravo to request a radio from McCarran. There isn't much point in having an Overwatch camp here if it takes us at least an hour to sprint to Bravo to report a Legion assault. More complaints of strange noises by Jackson. I'm starting to think he still has some unresolved issues after seeing his last squad wiped out by a Legion Slaver squad to the south. I sent out a few men to investigate, but they couldn't find anything. I think they should keep Jackson away from the munitions until he calms down. Next up is 12. We managed to get the rest of the path cleared. Some pre-war fencing was mostly intact, and we were able to set it up as a makeshift barrier on the cliffs. I hope none of these jarheads fall off. We found a few cave entrances. We were the clearing rubble. They lead back to each other with just a single collapsed path, which appears to lead down into the mountain. The damn survey team didn't mention any caves. I hope we don't find more surprises. It's been almost a week and still no sign of a radio from McCarran. I'm sending a runner to Bravo to see if they can spare a handheld or any other radio gear. Until McCarran can get around to sending the gear I requested, I swear those dumb bastards back at command expect us to use carrier pigeons or something. Oh no. I was like, is 13 and 14 the same message? But no. 14 talks about how they at least got the radio from Bravo. The handheld is working well enough and we finished building steps up to the steeper sections of the path. We can finally move the rest of our gear to the top. Last night Jackson came screaming into the tent, swearing up and down. He saw shadows moving in the water. I know the Legionaries are known to be fast runners, but swimming across the river, I sent half the men in pairs to search the area, but again, we came up empty-handed. I'm starting to think Jackson is unstable and we may need counseling. I'll request a replacement when we get the radio from McCarran. We finally got the radio from McCarran. I've set it up on the peak. If anyone on Overwatch duty can quickly radio and if the Legion makes a move. I'd like to know which genius back at command decided to send a squad to this location but didn't think to give us a radio so we could actually call in an attack. Probably another politician's son. Okay, now I'm starting to hear noises during my watch. Last night I definitely heard splashes down in the water. I requested an additional survey from McCarran, but they blew it off his nerves. Fish don't make that much damn noise. I sent down half of the squad with lamps, but they couldn't see anything. We couldn't find other cave openings. Maybe I've caught a little crazy from Jackson. I wish we had some cat eye. Can't see shit at night. More surprises, Collins came across a cave entrance right behind our damn tent. The survey team should have caught this if they'd done a thorough job. I have no idea but if anything is in there, but we don't have the manpower to deal with any serious pests. I'm going to have some choice words for Burke the next time I see him. That isn't the first time an idiot skipped over details while surveying an area. I hope to God we're not sitting on some kind of nest. I'm going to send in Frakes and Collins to scout the caves tomorrow. If we have, we'll set up explosives to collapse the cave. And that is all I've found so far. Could have missed something, but that's what I've found. So let's head inside to the cave now. Damn, why was it wibbly whenever I came inside? Here are the explosives and a 9mm pistol. More explosives. So they clearly never finished the job. If I crouch, I have night vision. But we will just stick with the flashlight for the time being. I actually can't remember what's in this cave. Oh, is it Lake Lurks? Yeah, there's that guy. Alright, so one guy survived. What's up, bro? Private Halford, hello.
Oh, thank God. I didn't think I'd ever see another human face down here.
What are you talking about?
You must be the backup I've been calling for. Where are the rest of your men?
This is it, buddy.
Shit. Do you have any damn idea what lives in these caves? We need to get out of... We need to go now!
Are you okay?
I managed to kill that thing, but not before it mangled my leg all up. No way I'm walking out of here like this. I've been keeping quiet and hoping they don't realize one of their buddies is missing. We need to get out of here before they come back.
Medicine 50. It looks like you've got some nasty lacerations and a dislocated joint. You're lucky I found you.
Thanks a lot, Doc. I think I should be able to walk out of here now. I don't want to risk running into a pack of those freaks alone, though. Could you escort me out of here?
I could ask him to clear the caves with me first. I could ask for his gun, which I don't really want. And I could tell him the way up is clear, which I think I'll just do that because he's not gonna help me much and I really don't want him to die. The way up's clear, bro.
Great. I'll start heading back to California now. I'm not about to let myself get killed by future NCR incompetence.
Am I gaslighting him? Did he say that? Why the rush to leave? You said you would help clear the caves.
I know, but now that I can see the way out, I'm not so sure. I'd rather not join my dead buddies anytime soon. I'm gonna start heading back to California now. I'm not about to let myself get killed by future NCR incompetence.
Have a safe trip.
If you find my friends, please return their dog tags to the NCR. People need to know what happened here. If they won't listen, do what you can to make them listen. The dead need to be avenged.
Alfred's note. Alright, what does his note say? Dog tag fist, okay. I found it possible to create a sort of makeshift weapon using all the dog tags I've been collecting over the past month. One of these days, the NCR is going to get pay for their continual mismanagement and idiotic bravado. On the back side of the page is a schematic drawing of the dog tag fist weapon. But what if I want to return the tags? Who do I give them to? Okay, so are the cave creatures lake lurks? Is that what I'm supposed to be gathering? Yeah, okay. That's an exit, duh. Presumably just one of the entrances I found on the other side. This is the collapse part they talked about in the note. And then this appears to be a central part. Did I walk by this? I feel like I'm going in a loop. Okay, yeah, because that brings me back here. And then this goes back here. I just went in a loop. So, okay. Drop down into the pit. You guys are bullying me, and I do not appreciate it. Okay, so we can go that way. We can go this way? No, we can't. Okay. We can go this way. I think this is the way back up. Yes, it is, and this guy's here. Alright, I did not want to come back up yet. I wanted to go further into the cave, so let's go back down. And then I'm out of ammo, so... hopefully there aren't too many more in here, because I really like the shotgun. NCR Trooper... take his tag, I suppose. Pretty sure I'm using the robot rounds on the Lake Lurks right now, but it was just the first ammo type I swapped to. All the dead soldiers are down here. And then a pack Brahmin with a bunch of ammo and stuff on it. Like, if I wanted to report this, who would I talk to? Would I go back to McCarran? That is a question that I actually do not have an answer to. I don't know how many more of these guys there are, but they need to be done with soon. Somebody over here has already killed these guys. And then there's an underwater section. Let's put on the rebreather. And then this comes out over here, which I'm gonna keep it a buck. Having an exit over here doesn't really do much for me. And then there's no real reason to go back up to Camp Guardian because there's nothing up there. I got everything. Now the question is, what do I do? Can I actually tell somebody about Camp Guardian? Like, if I go back to Bravo, do they care? Like, if I come back here and talk to whoever's in charge, do you give a damn?
What's up?
Nope.
Something up?
Nope. Like, the only person I can think of that would care would be, like, Colonel Shu. So this might be a shot in the dark, but let's find out. Let's find out before the episode ends. There's a strong chance he wouldn't care. Based on how much they ignored Camp McCarran anyway, and nobody seems to have noticed they haven't radioed in probably a long time, and like they're the forward-most observation post for the Legion, you would think they might care. But apparently no, that is not the case, so we'll go try Colonel Shu real quick, and then if he has nothing to say, oh well.
Yes, what is it?
You seem calm given things are as bad as they are.
Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands.
How are things going for the NCR?
Could be better, I'll say that much. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened. If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan.
Where does that leave you?
Now we're trying to secure the strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers, because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning.
Okay, what's Camp McCarran's role in the NCR operation?
It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here.
Are things mostly quiet between here and the dam? This would be the best option to have anything about Camp Guardian mentioned.
Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. Sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there.
And no, he doesn't have anything to say.
Bye.
I feel like that last bit of dialogue about Sergeant Reyes was a bit of outdated information considering I've already done that part of the game, but it's just an oversight on the script and the way it should have progressed, which I'm not going to complain about because game is big, game has a lot of dialogue, but unfortunately, nobody cares about Camp Guardian, so that is what it is. Let's head back outside real quick just to make my life easier at the beginning of next episode, and speaking of next episode, that is when I will talk to you guys. So if you have enjoyed, like and sub down below if you're not already. I'll talk to you next time, boys and girls. Pizza.